As of September 2021, there were 7.9 billion people in the world. Since then, that number has continued to grow at an exponential rate. Now, even though there are billions of people, there are only around 1 billion head of cattle, and that number is rapidly declining. COVID-19 has produced some lasting impacts that individual ranchers, feedlots, and processing plants are still trying to deal with. The slaughter industry as a whole is afraid that they will not be able to produce enough quality beef products to go around. Additionally, with the increasing population, the need for more room, more cities, more restaurants, jobs, and various other things to support human life come into focus. But the question is, where is the room coming from? Well, unfortunately, our rural areas that are prominently beef producing pay the price. So, the question that should haunt us all is, how are we supposed to produce more quality beef products with less room? While some researchers claim that beta agonists are the way to go, others say that implants are the best option. But I believe that cloning is not only going to change the face of the slaughter cattle industry and the fed beef industry as a whole, but it will also answer the question on how to feed the ever-growing population. Now, I know everyone's probably wondering, what does cloning have to do with the slaughter cattle industry? Well, let's start at the beginning. According to the Oxford Dictionary, cloning is defined as making an identical copy of something. While this concept is well known and well used in many different areas of interest and research, the fed beef industry is fairly new to the idea. The slaughter cattle industry is continuously looking for ways to increase both the quality and quantity in beef products. Unlike the show cattle industry and the horticulture industry, the impacts that cloning has within the fed beef industry cannot be seen from a phenotypical or outside view. You would have to look at the actual carcass of an animal, because that is what the researchers are attempting to impact. From a phenotypical view, animals that are cloned and animals that just have implants and beta agonists may look the same. But from a carcass standpoint, it is completely different. Let's not forget our goal: to produce better products and feed more people. In addition, the slaughter cattle industry is trying to increase the quality and quantity that is produced from one single animal. Implants and beta agonists have been used for many, many years, and it has been proven that they improve both quality and quantity of beef products. According to the USDA, implants improve the quantity in stocker cattle by 10 to 20%. While this does not necessarily improve the quality, it improves the quantity. Now, on the flip side, beta agonists have a completely different approach. Beta agonists are a non-hormonal feed compound that is obviously given to the animals through their feed. Their main purpose is to bind to fat receptors and redirect and reduce the metabolism of fat. This allows for changes in the growth of muscle and fat tissue within the animal. We can agree that both of these ways of improving beef focus on quantity more than quality, while cloning looks towards both aspects of the beef industry, quantity and quality. An ideal carcass is a yield grade 1 prime carcass. But why is this ideal? Well, first, let me give you a little bit of background. Yield grade refers to the amount of fat covering that's on the outside of an animal. And marbling refers to the amount of fat, or prime, refers to the amount of marbling or fat within a cut of meat. And that usually refers to the taste that a cut of meat has. Now, even though this prime yield grade 1 carcass is considered a perfect carcass, it is one of the most uncommon or rare to find. In 2012, just such a thing was found within the Cabinet slaughter plant in Hereford, Texas. The researchers at West Texas A&M University looked into ways to replicate this animal. And while it didn't seem very promising, Dr. Lawrence, a researcher at West Texas A&M University, has made it a reality. After watching 2 prime yield grade 1 carcasses follow each other in close succession, Dr. Lawrence called the Dean of Animal Sciences at West Texas A&M University and told him that it was finally time to replicate or clone one of these ideal animals. But one problem is still pretty evident. How are they supposed to clone a dead animal? Cloning is quite different. It is not used in many different areas of research that have to do with things like this. And when you look at a normal cow-calf operation, every single way of reproducing is usually considered normal. Whether that's natural, just out in a pen, or fertilizing an egg within a lab and then implanting it into a cow. From a cloning standpoint, it is pretty different. In any kind of reproduction, you need 2 things, an egg and a way to fertilize it. From a slaughter cattle standpoint, the egg is extremely easy to obtain. You simply just go get an egg from a healthy cow, a heifer that has already had a calf, that is able to efficiently and effectively raise a baby. Then, the harder part is extracting what to fertilize it with. In order to fertilize an egg, to clone, researchers have to go into a slaughterhouse and extract a meat sample from one of these perfect carcasses. From there, they extract the DNA, implant it into the egg cell, and then plant it back into the cow. This is extremely non-conventional, but it is the most effective and efficient way to obtain a high-quality carcass. In conclusion, beta agonists and implants have been used for many years and have been proven to really improve all aspects of the beef markets. But cloning is one of the most efficient ways to obtain a high-quality carcass and more product with less work. In order to feed all 7.9 billion people in the world, we need to continue our research and improving processes, and I believe that cloning is just the way to do that.